There's one thing that I constantly hear about GLP-1 weight loss that I completely disagree with, and after being on this medication for such a long time, I want to talk about it. People think that taking GLP-1, you just take a shot, you stop eating, and then boom, you magically just lose weight. But that's not the whole story. So today I'm going to be talking about what people misunderstand about GLP-1s and why the scale itself doesn't tell the whole story. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like my video because it really helps me out. I'll give you a minute to click. I'll be documenting my entire GLP-1 journey to hitting my goal weight, and trust me, we have a long ways to go. Myth number one is that GLP-1s make you lose weight without doing anything. Trust me, from experience, that is not the truth. And I fully believed this myth when I first started my journey. I literally did nothing. As in, I didn't work out, didn't go to the gym, I didn't change my diet, I didn't do anything that I was supposed to be doing, and it very much showed. And that's probably why it took me 12 weeks to lose weight. So if you're just starting out on your journey, trust me, girl, make sure you actually do something, you don't do nothing. People just automatically assume that the medication does everything, and your experience with appetite may change, and in fact it will change because you're on GLP-1s and you're not craving as much food as you used to. Also, girl, food noise is a real thing, okay? If you don't know what food noise is you constantly having in the back of your mind that you're thinking about food, craving food. I have it right now as we're speaking, and yes, I'm on GLP-1 currently. Food can also become easier in a lot of ways, but it also can become harder in a lot of ways as well. With being on GLP-1s, you're having to figure out what foods work for you. You may have used to eating a certain thing prior to being on GLP-1, and then you start GLP-1 and it's like you have to change your whole diet. And literally, I say this because physically you might not be able to eat the same things that you used to eat. Your body just can't process it or handle it well being on GLP-1s. Will have super bad side effects if you're eating things you're not supposed to be eating. You're going to be constantly constipated. You're going to be nauseous. Certain foods are not going to make you physically feel good. So in many ways, eating food might become actually harder. So the shot itself might create an environment for weight loss to become possible, but you physically have to create ways to live differently. Myth number two, if you take GLP-1s, you lose weight really fast. That's really not true. Like I said, it took me 12 weeks to finally start losing weight, to actually finally start seeing results, and for the scale to start dropping. 12 weeks is a long time to wait, okay? 12 weeks, that's 3 months. In 3 months, I felt like I could have lost the weight without even being on GLP-1. If I actually really tried and really wanted to, I could have not taken the medication. I could have actually gone and worked out and lifted, which I didn't do the first 12 weeks because I didn't change those habits. I didn't change my routine because I believe myth number one. Everybody responds differently. Everybody starts at a different dosage. Everyone starts at a different weight. We physically have so many differences, health reasons. So losing weight super fast is one of the biggest myths. And it's great if you have lost weight or you know someone that's lost weight within the first month. They lost 10 pounds. That's amazing. But that doesn't happen for everyone. It didn't happen for me. A lot of time you're holding on to a lot of water weight. A lot of times you also may hit a plateau. Some weeks the scale may barely move. Some weeks it may move a lot. Some weeks you gain. And then everyone has different side effects as well. You could be constipated and you may be holding on a lot of weight. The number one thing that people don't discuss enough is that the number tells you everything, which is the biggest myth. I know this, you know this, we should all know this, but some people don't know this. Body composition is a real thing, and your lean muscle mass can also increase during weight loss, which is putting on more weight. So this is why protein and strength training is very important when you're on GLP-1. One thing that I'm trying to focus on isn't just getting the number on the scale down as much as possible, and it's very hard to not want to get on the scale and weigh myself every day. I've tried to stay away from doing that, because the number on the scale doesn't matter. It's how you look and it's how you feel. Lately, I have been feeling much better, and then I stepped on the scale this morning and I was like, what the heck? This isn't matching how I'm feeling. I think my scale is broken. I literally say that almost every day, because I don't need to be weighing myself every day. You don't need to be weighing yourself every day. If you're looking good, if you're feeling good, and you know what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing, you're not having any cheat meals, you're not skipping out on the gym, you're actually maintaining a healthy diet. The scale may have gone up 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 pounds, but it's okay, because the number on the scale does not tell you everything. Myth number 4 is that GLP-1s mean you don't have to think about food anymore. This is a very big myth, and this is something that I've struggled with. A big reason for me wanting to start GLP-1 was because my cravings just got out of hand, my sugar cravings to be specific, and my cravings with carbs specifically. Cravings do not go away 100%. There have been times where my cravings have gone away for a little bit, for a period of time when I was on GLP-1, but then they come back. And it happened with when I would get like at a plateau with my weight, or if I change a dosage. You could just naturally crave like something sweet, but it doesn't have to be like a sugar like cake or something. Like, you can manage those cravings with a better alternative, like fruits that are naturally sweet. Another struggle is portion sizes as well. I used to eat until I felt full, but also with portion sizes, you literally and physically cannot overeat when you're on GLP-1s. Like, you will feel more than disgusting. I don't even know if it's healthy, or like you can't eat that much. I've noticed my portion sizes have significantly gone down. I feel fuller much quicker, which is lovely, because before I would stuff my plate with a lot of stuff, but now I'll still stuff my plate, but I won't eat everything on the plate. I think also being on GLP-1 has really helped me distinguish being hungry versus cravings. Like, I know I'm getting hungry when I haven't eaten. Like right now, I'm talking to you, it's 2 p.m. and I literally haven't eaten all day. I'm a little bit hungry. Versus when I'm craving something I could have already eaten, and I'm like, I want something a little bit sweet. Like I want to eat something, but I'm like, no, you already ate, Savannah. You don't need to eat. It's just, it's your cravings talking, but you're good, and they're not as amplified as before when I wasn't on GLP-1s. So I think I'm definitely starting to learn my own eating habits, and also when the hunger comes back, it's just a little reminder that I literally need to eat something. And I think overall on this journey, my biggest change hasn't been the number on the scale. It's honestly been seeing how my relationship with food has changed. Myth number 5 is once you lose the weight, you're done. You don't need GLP-1s anymore. This is the biggest lie you've been ever told. This, honestly, I remember when I first started GLP-1s, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be on this drug forever. I'm never gonna get off. And then I thought to myself, okay, well, never and ever and forever is a very long time. I can't be on this forever because 1, I can't afford it. It's very expensive. And then 2, it's a lot on your body. So I did take a break for a little bit, and I immediately gained weight back. And then I went back on it, and I was like, I'm never getting off of this. So to me personally, I do plan on in some way instilling GLP-1s in my personal life for the rest of my life. That doesn't mean that I'm always going to be on it. God willing, one day I will be blessed with beautiful children, and obviously you can't be on GLP-1s at that time. So there will be a break for like a year or so where I won't be on it. But your girl best believe will be back on it, because I'm going to snap back. Postpartum, nothing. We're going to be back and snatched. Okay, so what happens after you lose the weight? Well, you should be living a healthy lifestyle. You should be having a better relationship with food and having a healthier, clean diet. You should be maintaining your weight with exercise, diet, nutrition, all the things you should be doing. But realistically, throughout your journey, maintaining all those healthy habits, this is why maintenance after GLP-1 really deserves attention. Because once you lose weight, you're not really done. You're never really done. Honestly, maintenance is something that I'm still figuring out myself. Myth number 6 is if you regain weight, you failed. Which is very silly if you believe this, because the weight on the scale fluctuates. You're never gonna stay the same way. I've been currently fluctuating my weight for a long time now, and I feel like, oh my gosh, am I at a plateau? I kind of feel like I am at a plateau, but my weight has been fluctuating between like 170, 174, and I'm just like, am I ever gonna get down to the 60s? Like, come on. So regaining some weight's a little bit normal. Also, life circumstances, you can be stressed, you could be dealing with a lot of personal stuff, and that affects your health. That affects your weight loss. I don't think gaining a few pounds means that you automatically failed, so don't be hard on yourself, especially if you are currently on GLP-1. But I wanna know your guys' experience and what you think. If you're currently on GLP-1 and you have currently gained a little bit of weight, or if you've just stopped GLP-1s and you've gained a little bit of weight, comment down below, let me know. Tell me about your experience and also what you are doing to maintain being off or on GLP-1s. So what I wish I knew before starting GLP-1s is that the scale really doesn't matter, because everyone is different. Everyone has a different journey. Everyone starts differently. We're on different dosages. I also wish I would have prioritized my protein intake as well as really taking hydration more seriously. But the biggest takeaway has been you have to build healthy habits throughout your journey, because whether you're on your journey or off your journey, overall, I think all of our number one goals is to be healthy with ourselves. So my current goals are not just to see the scale drop and to lose more weight, but to maintain my progress. Ultimately, yes, I want to reach my goal weight. I want to do that by eating enough protein, staying hydrated, moving my body constantly, and stop obsessing over the scale, because I want to feel confident about myself overall at the end of the day. So I'm going to be documenting my process here, my entire journey. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out and I appreciate it so much. And if you've been following on my journey for a while, you know my before story, and I hope you stay here for the after story, because I have a long ways to go. This is really only the beginning. We have not achieved our dream buddy. And if you want an even more behind the scenes content, check out my channel memberships, where I'll be sharing more progress photos and more behind the scenes with additional content into my journey. I want to know now, guys, what is the biggest myth that you've heard about GLP-1s? Comment down below, and until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.